Hello, and welcome to Rosa Laura. If this is your first time on the channel, it's so lovely to meet you. And if you're returning, it's so wonderful to have you back. My name is Rosa, I'm a digital artist, and today I'm going to be working on a commission for a client. This commission is for a client that I have had before, but it was before I started doing things on YouTube and recording my speed paints. So this is the first time that this client's request work commission will be featured on the channel itself. It feels like an exciting bit of progression to go from a piece that I really liked at the time, but I wasn't at the technical standpoint that I am now, and to see what I can do now with my artistic skill and what I've been able to build up. This character's name is Jasmine Estrada, and she is a take on a sort of Beauty and the Beast character. She's a modern woman, a businesswoman, and she was cursed and was able to kind of get that curse to stop mid-transformation. So she's kind of like half this sort of like lupine like sort of form, and half of her is much more normal. You can see like her ears are kind of wolf-like, kind of cat-like, and she has those long claws on her one hand. Originally, my commissioner wanted the wine glass to be in the more human hand, but I kind of ended up drawing it with these claws, and I was like, oh, I really like these. I don't want to get rid of them. I want to really emphasize that aspect of the character. And he was totally obliging, was like, yeah, I really like the way that looks. And I was like, awesome, then we'll keep it. Jasmine was a joy to work on. I especially liked putting together this dress. I haven't really seen a dress with a neckline like this, where it has sort of a stretchy material that goes from the armpit all the way over the shoulder and extends down into like, kind of short sleeve length. And so I had a little bit of a struggle as I was putting the picture together of like, okay, how is this going to lay? How am I going to shade this? How am I going to make this look right? But in the end, I think kind of gesturing a little bit more with overt line work at the bust kind of helped make her look like she still had a full chest while she was wearing this style, which I was very grateful for. I know that my client wanted her to be a little bit more muscular, wanted her to have a little bit of curve to her, and I didn't want to lose that I didn't want to lose that to her outfit, as it were. I will be really upfront in that the part of this picture that I am the most proud of are the hands. I love the nails in particular, just the way that they're shaped, like the long almond-shaped nails on the human hand, and then like those talons on the more bestial hand. I think that they just look really cool, and I love the way that the wine glass is settled right there between her fingers. You can tell where it's being held. Being able to draw like people interacting with objects or with other people can be very challenging for me. I find it somewhere where I can falter a bit. So it's really nice to have the opportunity to get some real practice at that and see what I can do. It was my suggestion to the client to give Jasmine something to wear on her wrist on her other hand, just kind of to break up all of that red. The sleeve in the original reference doesn't go all the way to the middle finger like that. It stops at the wrist. I thought it would be really dynamic to have it go up to that middle finger. I thought it looked very high class and very elegant, but it was a lot of red over there. So I suggested kind of a little tennis bracelet kind of design, and I end up making the line art for the bracelet silver to add a little bit of contrast, and blue, because this image is very heavy in its warm tone. She's got this very tan skin. All of the shading is done in very like deep maroons, so it's very vivid and it works for her. All of the colors are working together. But for me, it was nice to add a little bit of contrast to the piece to make sure that she didn't kind of get lost against sort of all of the colors that are going on. And also, once I start putting in sort of the highlight shine on this dress and giving it this sort of sateen look, I think that it really starts coming together. And of course, the shading. I liked this image before it was shaded. I was like, oh, this is looking really nice. This is looking good. And then I started laying in the shading and I was like, oh, this is like really good. Adding extra dimension with shine and like a multiply shadow is so important. Don't forget it. Don't neglect it. Do what you can to make your piece as varied as possible. I'm very grateful to my client for coming back and letting me do another piece of work for him. I love working with my clients on helping their characters come to life, and Jasmine was no exception. She looks beautiful, elegant, composed, poised, a real girl boss. Thank you to my patrons who help me make art, but especially Banjo, Confogle Clips, Dietor, and my newest patron, Fire Pit. Thank you so much for your continued support and the new support. It's wonderful to have you. And of course, thank you to you. Thank you for watching. Please hit like and subscribe. If you'd like to see another video of mine, it's going to be on screen. And if you like what I do, you can join us on Patreon. But remember, it's all going to be okay. See you next time.